Welcome to paradise. Hell for most of you. You're here because you think you're tough enough for the SAS.
SAS selection is legendary for its toughness. Jungle survival is an essential part of the process. We're in 30,000 square miles of jungle in Sarawak, the Malaysian part of Borneo. Former members of the SAS are recreating SAS selection. In the first 3 days, the physical and mental demands have taken their toll.
I wasn't prepared to endanger my health.
Our volunteers have had to learn the laws of the jungle fast.
Squeeze it over the side.
The gruelling navigation exercise proved too much for some. 24 volunteers started, only 14 remain. It's day 4. The remaining 14 volunteers are due to start their first exercise, but then there's a surprise. OK, there's just been some sort of development. The guys are off to do combat first aid, but before that happened, Peter Haig asked Eddie Stone for a private audience. He had a chat with him. No one knows what it's about, but Peter looks in good shape. He's mentally aware, doesn't look dehydrated. The heat hasn't had any effect on him. He's got a lot of jungle training. He was up in Thailand before now, so there's certainly nothing to do with his health. I guess we just watch this space.
OK, you had a fairly tough day yesterday, doing the navigational exercise. But compared to real selection, a scale of 1 to 10, that was a -1. Mr. Haig? Sir? Mr. Haig's about to leave us because he lied. Mr. Haig says he used to be in the parachute regiment. Now, when were you in the parachute regiment?
Came out in 82, sir.
Came out in 82.
Sir.
When did you join?
79, sir.
79?
76, sir.
76. When did you go to Belize?
Can't remember, sir.
You can't remember when you went to Belize? What year was it?
No idea, sir.
No idea. What's the name of the camps in Belize? There's 2 camps.
Airport camp.
Another one?
Can't remember.
Anyway, Mr. Haig here states he was in the parachute regiment for 6 years. So he's either telling me porky pies or he's been telling the people coming onto the programme porky pies. I've got my doubts myself. I think he just hasn't the bottle anymore. Anyway, Mr. Haig will be leaving us today. OK, on your way. People like that are wasting my time, your time, and everybody's time. So if anybody else has got any confessions, sexual or otherwise, let me know.
Checks in Britain revealed that Peter Haig was in the parachute regiment between 1976 and 82. He is also a Falklands War veteran. In order to come onto the programme, he signed a form saying that he had no military experience.
What you're about to do this afternoon is medical training. Being a soldier means you're going to come across people who have major traumatic injuries. Legs blown off, arms blown off, guts hanging out. That's what soldiering is about. And you've got to be able to treat these people and try and keep them alive. If you can't do it, then you're a waste of time for the regiment. Go. Don't have to run, take your time.
The volunteers are separated into 3 patrols. A member of the directing staff will instruct each patrol. Patrol 1 are learning the first lesson in combat medicine, how to get a wounded patrol member to safety whilst under enemy fire.
Bang! Buns is dead! Buns is down! Go down, Buns! Buns, go down! Lie down, Buns! Get miss forward! He's wounded! Get him over! Ing, get him on your back, Ing! Pick him up! Eng, pick him up, Eng. Alexandru, get the rounds down. Get him over your shoulder. Pick up a weapon. Pick him up.
Bring your weapon into your shoulder, Alexandro.
Eng, get him picked up now.
Put it down.
Doug Inge has to quickly get the wounded Ian Burns away from enemy fire.
If I have to categorise myself, I call myself a kind of leisure cyclist, I guess. I just have a bit of fun. I don't take anything too seriously. I don't really train normally, but I'm going to try and do a bit of training to get me ready for this one.
Get up the hill, Eng. On the way, keep going. Eng, pick him up. Pick up the casualty, Eng.
An SAS patrol consists of only 4 members. It is crucial that every one of them can carry their own body weight, or even heavier, over hundreds of yards.
Used to skirmish
I've been
back.
competitive all my life against men, but I just think that women can be a lot mentally stronger than they are and cope with more than one thing at a time. So that's where they might fall down.
Keep going, change magazines.
In a combat situation, extracting a wounded man must be done tactically and without dropping a weapon.
Incoming! Take cover! Eng, get up, pick up the casualty, Eng.
The DS starts to push Doug hard.
Cover!
Just go thud, give him cover. Come on, let's get away.
This is to test his mental strength and determination. It's a standard part of the SAS selection process, and all the volunteers will go through it.
Give him a chance to take cover.
Doug is reaching the limits of his physical strength, but his DS will not ease up on him. He'll be pushed even harder to see if he breaks.
Stop! Close in.
Right, listening to patrol. It's a standard military tactic of any defending military force to lay anti-personnel or anti-tank mines as part of their defensive perimeter. Therefore, as an SAS gathering intelligence against...
Landmines remain a part of modern warfare. Patrol 2 are learning about the different types and how to deal with the injuries that they cause.
Again, you will not find it until you actually step on it. There's an injured casualty over there! Go and treat him!
Go round, check there's nothing else. Is there any danger?
I'll provide cover.
No. It's going to be okay, don't worry about it.
It's dying!
Yeah.
Just don't forget your ABCs, yeah? Airway, breathing, circulation. Although a mine injury is extremely serious, he's going to die of a blocked airway far more quickly within a couple of minutes.
Come on guys, get the pressure on. I'm going to need another pad there.
Okay, give him a hand.
Think about getting this leg up further if you can.
There's another pad there, get it over the first one.
Okay.
Alright, so what else are you going to be thinking about doing?
Cuzzy backing, sir.
Yeah. What about further treatment? What about further life-sustaining treatment?
Set up the drip stuff.
Yeah, IV. Good. What else?
Infection stuff.
Infection. So what are you going to give him?
Antibiotic stuff.
Good. Straight away.
Barry, you've explained the concept of 4-man patrols. In that 4-man patrol, there's a medic. Exactly what does a medic do?
The medic is their lifeline, because as a patrol is normally behind the enemy lines or in difficult country, there's no immediate medical help. The medic has to be able to sustain a person's life, either medically or surgically, for a given amount of time. It usually can be hours or days, depending on the injury or the illness, of course. An SAS medic does 12 weeks of medical instruction before going to a 4-week attachment to a hospital, a UK hospital. And what you don't know, you could actually walk into one of the big hospitals, and in the casualty department there will be a guy there with Mr. Davis on it, and that guy will actually be an SAS guy.
it goes down.
Patrol 3 learns how to administer an intravenous drip. This is essential for restoring lost body fluid or blood to a combat casualty.
I mean, it's a bubble chamber, so you don't get bubbles. Why don't you want to get bubbles into the blood?
Blocks the return of blood to the heart.
It actually fills the heart with a big air bubble, and the heart relies on fluid to clean it. So
I work for the Corporation of London at Hampstead Heath, which is a big open space area just in North London. I'm a lifeguard there seasonally, just protecting people in the water spaces from any accidents and drownings that may occur. I'm going over there to succeed, certainly. I don't want to come back thinking, well, I could have given a little bit more if only I had given some more. So yes, I will be coming back a winner.
Just angle down slightly.
Richard is the first to practice on a model arm.
Advance the cannula, but not the needle. Perfect. Now, you get ready, when that comes out, it's going to bleed. You'd undo the tourniquet so the pressure wasn't too high. You'd maybe have a finger here, it doesn't work well on the model. But you're ready to pop it in, you pop it in, and you immediately let go and it falls out. So no, you have to keep holding it, you have to keep holding it, because it will just fall straight out. You've done well, you've got it in, and you've lost it.
Patrol 1 has completed their exercise, but the DS wants a word with Doug.
Back up here, Ing. Quickly, get back up here. Quickly, Ing, get a grip. Stand still. Do you want to leave, Ing?
No, sir.
Well, get a grip of your attitude. Start listening to what we're teaching you. Don't be clever. Yeah? Are you sure you don't want to leave?
Yes, staff, entirely, staff.
You've got that look of jacking in your face. You've got that look about you, Ing, that you want to give up.
I don't know why, sir. I want to carry on, staff.
You want to carry on, but how do you know you're good enough to carry on?
I don't, staff.
So what?
I think I am, staff.
Yeah, well, you're not impressing me so far, are you?
No, staff.
You're not thinking straight?
No, staff.
You're not listening to the team?
I'm trying to, staff.
You're not, you're just spacing on everybody. You're looking around you, watching what everybody's doing, you're not actually thinking as an individual. And if you don't think, Ing, you can't be any use to the troop, or the squadron, or the regiment. Can you be?
No, staff.
Get away. Start sparking. Double away, quickly.
It's the end of day 4. The volunteers prepare for another night in the jungle. Members of the same patrol are together 24 hours a day and rely on each other's encouragement to get through the tough exercises. This naturally leads to some strong bonds being formed.
Hello,
Hello.
This is my new partner.
This is our cosy little basher.
That I sleep with every night. I'm really sorry, Alex, but you know how it is.
Hey Jay, we're getting friendly, but not that friendly.
No, definitely not. No, definitely not.
We're buddy.
Yeah, we're looking after each other actually, because we've been together since the beginning. Just watching each other's backs. Got another hard day tomorrow, and just don't I look lovely?
Keeping each other's spirits up, and I look like some Mexican bandit now.
I really
my
look like
moustache
G.I. Jane.
Nights in the jungle are often long and sleepless. The heat, biting insects, physical wear and tear all cause discomfort. The complete separation from friends and family can play on the mind and destroy morale. It's the morning of day 5. Although Tracy seemed happy the previous evening, during the night she decided to quit. Why?
I just think my body's telling me I've had enough, and sanitary conditions.
Obviously your baby boy as well is 8, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I've just been missing him so much, especially last night because I wasn't feeling very well. I was just awake a lot, and I was looking at the clock thinking, oh, my husband's taking him to football now, and oh, you know, they'd be having something to eat now, and it was just, I think that sort of turned me. I've got a family to think about, and you know, first and foremost, I'm a mother, you know, and that's been my hardest challenge in life. Harder than this.
I bet. Mothers, are you tough enough?
Yeah.
I'm not.
No.
Tracy's just quit. Said she can't handle the sanitation. Well, not, I shouldn't say quit. She's done brilliant up to now, and just going to miss her. I'm crying, I tell you. I miss her. She's been a good buddy, very good system now, and original patrol's down to one person, so it's tough. This is hard, this place. I mean, you get used to it slowly, but it takes time. Oh well, Tracy, good luck. See you when a tough guy. Billy Wilson, here we come. I'm a faggot for crying, I suppose. But there you go.
Losing a fellow patrol member can be a real blow, but as on SAS selection, there is no let-up. You have to pick yourself up and be ready for the next challenge.
Okay, what we're going to go on with this morning is a little bit of aggression training. And it's called milling. You're going to get kitted up with some boxing gloves, head guards and chest shields for the women. You're going to pick somebody your own size and weight and you're going to beat them for a minute. You're not allowed to hit above the shoulders.
All right.
Okay, touch gloves. Touch gloves properly. Right, stand by. Go! Okay, stop! Stop! That'll do. Fine, back in. These people are civilians and we need to put some aggression into them. And one of the ways you can actually get or assess aggression in a person is to do milling. It's a tried and tested method.
I'm pretty tough. You've got to be kind of tough to play rugby, week in, week out. I've had quite a few injuries and come back from those and take a lot of knocks and stuff. I think I'm quite tough. We'll soon find out though.
We're up there with the men because we're doing exactly the same thing, and we are as strong as men sometimes in quite a lot of situations. And I think, as proven by the trial weekend, some of us are a lot better than some of the men.
Okay, well done.
I'm not really somebody who loses their temper very much. I'm much more of a conciliator, so tend to look for solutions out of things rather than kind of blowing my top. So, which is sometimes good, sometimes not so good, because it means that you kind of, you can think about the issues more rather than maybe just getting it out of your system.
Come on then, Tim.
Right.
Mentally, I'm spending a lot of time thinking about it, because I think the physical bit's not going to be the problem. I think it is going to be the mental toughness. But yeah, I think I've got it pretty sorted in my head.
Briefties again, no punching above the shoulder. Go! Let Stop! Okay, back over here.
Right, back here.
Stop! 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 Right, last 10 seconds. Stop!
Okay, well done. Well done.
And how are they?
I thought they were quite good actually. Yeah, a lot of aggression in there. As you can see, the speed and everything else, very tiring. Even just for 1 minute, it's really wears you down.
How do we find it, boys?
Yeah, it's knackering, isn't it? It's you just kind of
different.
You forget everything when you're in there. You don't feel anything hitting you at all.
Boxing's
Just
very
there.
controlled, and it's all, you know, many times you go into body, so, you know, and you're hooking, and there you don't even hook, it's just straight bam bam. It's just completely different.
How
It's just
hard was
head
it to sort of turn off? Because that's the thing that you two probably had more difficulty with than
Oh,
anyone else.
too bad. I think the hardest thing's like thinking about not hitting the head, because you know, if you're boxing, you always go high, don't you? Not the body shots. Because if you're doing that, you're going to get pulled over and into the corner.
Because what you're trying to do as much as anything is get them off balance and start pushing back. Once you've got them pushing backwards, too busy keeping up. So.
Do either of you box in normal life?
I've done a bit.
Yeah.
But good.
Good fun.
Go get some
Well
water,
done,
guys.
buddy.
All the volunteers survived the pounding, but the next exercise is likely to thin their numbers. Okay, the guys face the toughest test yet, the joy that is endurance. 3 patrols, 4 people each, carrying a 50-pound back, plus the wonder that is webbing and a rifle through the heat and humidity of the Borneo jungle. Now, the guys we've got left are hardened and now acclimatised, but this surely will test them to the limit.
This is a pure physical exercise to see if you've got the balls to get to the other side. Any questions? Anybody want to pull out now? Okay, patrol 1.
The Borneo jungle feels as hot and sweaty as a Turkish bath. The volunteers have to trek through 4 rendezvous points at the top of steep climbs. It's long, hard and monotonous. They don't know what's coming next or when it will end. All they know is it's hellishly difficult.
It's bloody hard. Bearing in mind I'm half the size of these guys. My legs are probably stronger on the flat. I hope. It's bloody up today. We picked a good one.
But the girls are doing particularly well this time around, aren't they?
They are doing amazingly well, and you know, they're working with a disadvantage. You know, it's not patronising. They are different. They carry less muscles. You know, guys are on testosterone. They get bigger muscles, especially around the upper body. And the weight difference. I mean, the lightest of the women I own is 8.5 stone.
That's incredible. That it's just come so far, isn't it?
Amazing. You know, the other couple of girls 9 stone. The smallest bloke's 10.5, and the big one's over 14, and they're carrying the same weight. But we know from sports, you know, ultra-endurance sports, that when you get up to big distances, 100 miles, things like that, where I think it's, you know, becomes mental, the women do very well. So, you know, if they've stuck it, they've got the mental.
The volunteers are in 3 4-man patrols. Each patrol is accompanied by a member of the directing staff who will constantly assess the performance. The endurance exercise tests the volunteers' ability to maintain combat readiness under extreme physical stress.
Okay, kneel down now. Got all your water?
Drunk a bottle, Star.
Okay. Any problems?
Not so far, Star.
No, Star.
Okay, fine. Up you again. Sit off again. Follow me here. E-bun. Keep going. A little bit quicker.
How are we feeling?
It's hard, very hard.
Man, I just came up that hill. I know exactly where you're coming from and I haven't got this.
I'm half the size of them.
It's extremely hot today. Must be one of the hottest days.
You praying for the rain now?
Yeah.
Yep, it's very hot, very tough.
Don't give up. You gotta have total admiration for her. I mean, Jill, like she says, half the size of the rest of them. I mean, she's a muscly girl, but there's something else.
I'm a strange mix, body type wise. I have a degree of power, a degree of stamina. I don't excel in either one of them, which is why, fingers crossed, I hope this sort of event, if I can call it that, is going to work out well for me.
He never gives up. I mean, to the point now where people on the street, criminals on the street who know him, don't actually run away from me. They pretty much give up. Some of the local criminals actually know him as Robocop, by the very fact that he just goes on and never gives up.
After a few hours trekking in the midday heat, Patrol 2 has passed RV2. They now go down a track to a river. The descent is so steep, the directing staff have allowed them to tie their weapons to the Bergens and use poles. Down at the river, the patrol snatches a chance to cool off. The intense jungle heat can quickly lead to heat exhaustion.
I think I'm a bit worried because I can't imagine what to expect in the jungle and in Borneo. I've never been anywhere like that before. I've been to South America, but never to Borneo.
After only 2 minutes rest at the river, they're sent straight back up the hill again. After an hour's climb back up the hill, Patrol 2 reaches RV3.
Okay, up you get, back down to where you came from. Okay, push on, get a move on.
The patrol heads back down the hill again. The SAS selection process is designed to test how people react to different types of stress. Sending volunteers up and down the same hill is a classic way of seeing if someone will crack.
Such a pointless exercise. I hate going up and down places once, and well, you know, more than once.
You've got to have a level of fitness out here. No question about it. I mean, a lot of it's a mental state. I mean, you can be a super fit person here, and when you've been told to go down, you know, third or fourth time, it doesn't matter how fit you are. If you haven't got, you know, upstairs, it's not going to make any difference.
The directing staff constantly assess the volunteers' teamwork. It's clear that Patrol 3 works well as a unit.
Guys, Bergen's off, get in the stream, do what you like, drink some water.
Well, you like some food?
Pluck some food if you want it.
I think they're just testing us out, seeing if we hold out and just think, oh, same path again, oh, I can't be bothered with this sort of thing, so, you know.
Guys, you feeling strong? Yeah.
Come on, let's do it.
So we're going to the top, keep it as a patrol, yeah.
You want to be behind these guys?
We are team.
They can pull us up.
Smile and the whole world smiles with you.
As the staff said, pain and discomfort is a temporary thing. Just keep saying that over in your head. I could sit and say, oh yeah, I'm tough enough, I can take anything. But when you're actually there and you're under those conditions and you're on your chin strap and you're feeling absolutely exhausted, and you haven't eaten for, you know, for however many hours, and you feel it, you know, you say you feel exhausted, to keep going and it is a real challenge.
He's getting too tired to remember things now, are we? You're still tactical. Down, give me 10. Don't go anywhere without your weapon.
Exhaustion is leading to lapses of concentration in Patrol 1.
Downhill.
It's drummed into every volunteer to never be more than an arm's length away from their weapon.
Whilst you're drinking?
So how are we finding it?
Well, I think I'm a bit more acclimatised today than I was the other day, which is good. So not too bad, but it's chapping. Just on the chapping today. Seems to be suffering from a lot of chaps and that. But yeah, it's all right.
We're going to get it coming right over the weight belt. So.
Right, you're going down that track there for a long way. On your way.
That's the last time I'm going to see our guys today. Tonight, after a gruelling trek through the jungle, they'll have to go without hot food and their relatively comfortable bashers. Instead, they'll have a night on the jungle floor with a host and a variety of species of, let's say, ants, and in classic jungle style, snakes. Added to that, the onerous duty of keeping watch all night. The volunteers don't know they will be spending the night deep in the jungle. And before they can make camp, they have an hour's more walking to do through dense undergrowth.
Interesting to see how much further we go. We've got absolutely no idea. Sun's just about to go down behind the hill, so we've probably got what, an hour of daylight left. So we're gonna walk all night. Don't know. So we'll see.
Patrol 3 has been on the move for 7 hours. As the light fades, the DS briefs them on the next phase of the exercise.
We are now moving into the tactical phase of endurance, and we're about to go into hard routine. I'll explain to you what's going to happen. From now, you're not allowed to cook or put a torchlight on until I tell you. You have to 6 o'clock to get a meal down your necks, replumb and re-sterilise your water. If you need a or a that happens here now. When you go into your LUP, your laying up position tonight, you will not move from that position. You will not and you will not in that position. Alright? This is standard SAS tactics. If we had a radio now, we'd actually be sending our radio sched for the evening, giving our location before we move in.
Barry, it's obvious how tough the people in the SAS have to be, but what's the reason why we're doing hard routine?
Imagine in 1966 we were patrolling over the border. That was the Indonesian border. We're in Indonesia now. They had patrols just like we had on their side. So therefore, as we move through the bush, and obviously you can't go so far in this a day because you wouldn't go on the tracks or anything. You go through the bush very quietly, and you get down at night very quietly. That's the reason for hard routine. No noise, no light, no nothing. So the enemy doesn't know you're there.
It's now getting dark. Patrol 3 moves away from the area where they ate cold rations. They move to another part of the jungle where they will bed down. This is known as the laying up position, or LUP. Before they bed down, the DS instructs the patrol to form an all-round defence. They will remain in these positions until it is completely dark. This is a standard SAS tactic that ensures the patrol's overnight position is defended and secure. Through the night, they will take it in turns to keep sentry duty. The DS positions all the patrol members so that at all times they are within physical reach of each other. This ensures that if they are attacked, they have instant communication and clear lines of fire. After an exhausting day's trek in the jungle, the challenge now is to remain constantly alert, as the enemy could attack at any time. The long, hard day, followed by a night on the jungle floor, has got to one of the volunteers. His DS comes over to speak to him.
Are you withdrawing? Yes. Okay, then when you get up tomorrow, make sure everything's around, everything's packed up. Yes, sir. I guess I just wanted to carry on for as long as I possibly could. I just got to the point where I don't have to think about it anymore.
While Chris grabs some sleep, Sam Pantling is on sentry duty. He's also feeling the strain of hard routine.
It's not just contending with the physical side of the things that you're doing, and maybe the mental side of some of the learning. It's all the other things thrown into the equation, like first of all, the acclimatisation, the time change, the heat, the insects, the sleeping, like your sleeping patterns are completely different. So it's a number of things you've got to deal with that you just can't prepare for. And these insects, are quite really do bug you a lot.
Okay, we're still on hard routine. We haven't cooked, or we should not have in IUP position. We've left the minimum amount of sign. We've now moved on away from the LUP site, and it's safe for us now to go into breakfast. The hard routine, this is also where you also send your radio scale in the morning. In pairs, one of you will remain on sentry, the other person will get out their food and eat it.
Quite a long night though, definitely. It was really quite cold.
No, she didn't sleep at all, and quite mosquito-y there. And just one ground sheet, that's it. I'm just glad it didn't.
Okay, it's the second day of the endurance task. This is the final RV, not that the volunteers know that yet. The first patrol is pretty much on the way here. They've been sleeping out all night, eating cold rations, they're tired, they're exhausted, and for better or for worse, they have started to chuck it down. Patrol 1 arrives at the final RV, where they all face questioning from Eddie Stone about their performance.
Come up in a line. Confessions?
Yes, Steph, I have a confession to make.
What?
I'm afraid I nodded off on sentry duty.
You nodded off in sentry duty?
Yes, Steph. Just briefly, but...
And what does that do to the rest of your patrol?
Puts them all in danger, Steph.
Yep. Anybody else get any confessions?
I got the patrol lost, Staff.
You got the patrol lost?
I got myself lost, Staff.
Got yourself lost? What, were you wandering off by yourself or what?
I failed to keep proper communication with patrol staff.
Anybody else? See that waterfall? Run over there and jump into it. Why are you jumping into the water?
I made a mistake and got lost, Staff.
Are you getting in the water?
Should have fell asleep on sentry duty.
Exactly, in you go. Right, out you get. Down, 20 push-ups.
$12, $13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Right, where's your parang?
fell off in the water, so.
Right, walk in and find it. Just stand there a minute.
Doug has lost his parang, which is a type of machete. It's a vital piece of jungle kit, and he won't be going anywhere until he finds it. Whilst Patrol 1 are searching for Doug's parang, Patrol 2 make their way to the final RV.
Put your bagging down there beside them. Okay, I believe you want to quit. Why is that?
I just want to pull off stuff.
You pull off. Why?
I am tired, bodily and in my mind as well, sir, and I'm not happy.
Okay.
Pull out?
Yeah, why so? I've just struggled, really. Struggled in my mind, struggled in my body. Yesterday I found really hard going. Kept sort of saying to myself, get to the next RV, get to the next RV. If he says this, you're going back down, you're coming back up, just, you know, whatever. And when we finally, it kind of just kept ticking along and we got carried along with it all. We got to the place we were staying at last night, it was out in the middle of nowhere, so that was a case of just
that was when the white flag came up.
Sitting tight and staying still. There was no pulling out at that point, but decided I was going to pull out at the next opportunity today.
Good man.
Back at the waterfall, Robert Treadwell manages to locate Doug's parang. The volunteers head back to base camp. There are now just 11 left. The toughness of SAS jungle selection has meant that more than half the original 24 have either quit or withdrawn due to injury. Back at base camp, Eddie orders the volunteers to the parade ground. He has heard the reports of the DS on their performance during the endurance exercise. This could result in some of them being dismissed.
Right, dismissals. Watson.
Sir.
You fell asleep in sentry last night.
Yes, sir.
Totally unacceptable.
Yes, sir.
You put the lives of your whole patrol at risk. Inge. Inge.
Yes, sir.
You wandered off by yourself when you were in patrol. You happened to lose the rest of your patrol. How you do that is an amazing feat to me, because you're meant to be watching the guy in front of you in case he's giving you hand signals. You're meant to be covering him. Watson, Inge, you stay in the course for the moment. There's a black mark against each of your names. Next time you up, you'll be on the boat down the river. We've been here 6 days now. And you're in absolute shambles. Still can't organise your gear. Can't organise yourselves, can't even dress yourselves. And you think you're tough enough for the SAS. The SAS is not only about toughness, it's about discipline, self-discipline. It's about organisation, organising yourself. Making sure you're ready to go and do the job at any time, any place. At the present time, I wouldn't have any as my Boy Scouts brigade.
It's the end of the day. The volunteers are desperate to sleep as they're awake most of the night on sentry duty. But before they climb into their pole beds, they must maintain a defensive perimeter around the Basher area and wait for total darkness. This is known as Stand 2. It's a basic SAS procedure. dawn and dusk are the most likely times for an enemy attack. The base camp is under attack. The 3 patrols withdraw from the Basher area.
Together. One.
Where's one? Got it?
One. Shout, dog.
As they withdraw, they are pursued by the enemy. When attacked, an SAS patrol withdraws to a pre-arranged emergency RV point. The volunteers have been taught the same tactic. At the RV location, they will regroup and arrange themselves into a defensive circle. This will concentrate their firepower.
Take them!
1 o'clock.
1 to 5 o'clock we're supposed to be.
Julian, what you got?
Julian, spread out!
Ian, drop back the other side, cover there, directly behind you.
Straight in there, straight in there.
In the pitch black, the attack ceases. All of the volunteers are still in their defensive circle when one of the DS comes and issues new orders. He tells them to take up a new defensive position. The enemy captures them. It's a sudden and brutal event which is designed to simulate the shock of falling into enemy hands.
Stay down.
It's been an unbelievably hard 48 hours for our volunteers, but they've endured everything the Malaysian jungle has thrown at them. Now, however, totally level playing field, physical strength irrespective, as they have to face one of the hardest of mental obstacles, interrogation.